All right, we've planted our beds. Took about 6 hours. That's non-stop work, about 6 hours. We already had 4 strawberry plants, but we planted more strawberry plants. What's going to happen is these are going to flower, and I'm going to have to cut the flowers the first year. So these ain't going to produce the first year. These are going to come back next year, and I should be able to get like 7 years of good growth out of these. But the first year you want to clip them so that they don't produce, so that they come back even better next year. The goal this year is just to build healthy plants. So what's going to happen is this whole bed is going to be a strawberry minefield. And I'm going to let them grow. I'm going to let them take over this whole bed and grow all the way to these marigolds. I've also put marigolds ever so often through here, so that it's supposed to be a really good bug deterrent, and against things like nematodes and stuff like that. Apparently they hate the damn things, so I loaded it up with marigolds. Come on. Oh, sorry. More marigolds, bug deterrent. I've got an essential oil spray. I'm going to make with peppermint oil to spray on these plants. That's supposed to work. This is a watermelon hill we put in sugar babies. I got this plastic on it to make the soil even warmer. I'm going to let these watermelons take over this bed. And then, come here. And then I'm going to let those watermelons go down the sides of these cabbage plants. If they want to vine and grow that far, I might let them go all the way down there, because I love watermelon. So I might do that. But then I've got this middle row of cabbage planted through here. I'm going to come back and plant more, like maybe some radishes in there down the sides. Over here, I'm going to put in an onion patch between these strawberries and marigolds. Onion bulb, it's full of onion bulbs right here. Okay. I still got to put something here. I think I'm going to wait till the moon phase is right again, and probably put in some kale or spinach right here. All right. Now this, we did a row of pole beans with marigolds, a row of pole beans with marigolds. Excuse me, without marigolds. There's no marigolds there. What's going to happen is I'm going to train those pole beans to go over this arch. 3 cattle panels is what I used. Drove in some bars, wired them in. So all you got to do when your beans start putting off, if anybody's ever grew green beans, they just keep putting off and putting off and putting off. You just go pick them, pick them, pick them all year. Well, until the end of growing season. So, you're picking them green beans, nice and easy. All right. Come on, cameraman, come on around. I did a row of lettuce just to see what would happen. 2 rows of lettuce, where these yellow lines are. And then I just broadcast sowed lettuce seed through here and down the middle, just to see if I like a row leaf lettuce better, or if I like it just bunched up. You just go in there with scissors, cut it. I'm hoping it'll grow back. You just cut it, it'll grow back. That's what I'm hoping for. You're going to notice these yellow lines that I've left. Where there's a plant, I took it up. Where there's not a plant, I left the line. The reason why is so I know where to water. I know where my seeds are. Once I start getting plants coming up, I'll take all these stakes up and all these lines up once they make plants, because they don't know where to water. Alright. You already know what's going on here. Probably going to put some radishes in here around these cabbage plants. Well, I'm going to. That's a root crop, so I'm waiting for a different moon phase to plant those. I think that orchard is going to be killer. Alright. You've got 2, 4, 6 rows of corn. The reason I've done it this way instead of a long row is because you want your corn to be in patches. That way they pollinate better, they put off better. So this will be more of a patch kind of corn deal than just having long rows. So I've got 6 rows of corn through here. All I gotta do is hold my water pail, walk right down this line. Probably see, get a close up of that when you walk over here. You can see where I watered it on that line. Yeah, okay. Alright. Went overboard on the tomatoes. This is a co-op garden, so meaning that it's my dad's tractor, it's my dad's dump trailer. My dad bought the blocks, he bought the cattle panels. This is my idea, but it's his equipment and his money, which means when your mom comes home with almost 20 tomato plants and you think it's overkill, you still plant the tomato plants anyway. So we've got tomato plants for the rest of this row. Wham! Better boys, something like that. Come on. Come on around. This finished our tomato plants. I was only interested in one particular brand that I've never had before, but it looked so delicious I had to have it. My cousin across the street got some. I put in 2 Cherokee purples because I think they're going to be awesome. She's going to be able to can all those strawberries though and make all kinds of whatever. So that ain't no big deal. My dad really wanted peppers. We got chili peppers and jalapeno peppers. This row of chili peppers, we got a row of jalapeno peppers. All you do is you take it out. That's what's great about this garden. Look, the way that we did it, doing the mulch gardening. Come here. So if I want to, all you got to do with these plants is say you take your plant out. Let's say that's your plant, okay? Let's say you just took it out of your deal. All you got to do, you're done. That's it. It's a raised bed, it's mulch gardening, it's not hard to plant. Alright. I got sugar baby watermelons over there, but I've got a Jubilee watermelon right here. That's what this pile is. I'm going to let it overtake all this, and I'm going to let it grow down the sides of these squash plants as far as it'll go. If it wants to go all the way to the corn, I'm going to let it, because I want it to. Again, the same thing. This dirt's wet. Come here. This dirt's wet. It should be packed, you know. But with this mulch, like even if oh, that's a sin. I just, yeah. I shouldn't. I don't like doing that. But I just packed that. Now what? I can still. I mean, that's just. It's just leaves. It's decomposed over a long time. Look, here's some that ain't fully decomposed. It's just great. It's great shit. Alright. I don't like to step on my garden though. Alright. 4 squash rows. Bam, 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 bam. We just mound up the hills, put the squash seeds on there, and I seeded the whole garden this way. Anything that was in seeds, 1-inch rule. The first joint of your finger, that's about 1 inch. So I just put the seeds on the hill, or in the cases over there, drop them under the yellow lines, and I would come by, sat the seed. And I do this to the first joint. That's it. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take a cattle panel when these start growing, because straight neck squash are supposed to be able to climb. I'll have a cattle panel on fence post coming straight through here for them to grow onto, and then I'll let my watermelon come down the sides. Same thing with these tomato plants. I'm gonna drive some fence posts, straight cattle panels. You can see them over there at the barn. Straighten them out through there, let them grow up the side of the cattle panel, droop over the top of it, walk over there and pick them. Come on, turn around, look at that. Like that. Back on that. So that's what we've got going on there, y'all. Yeah. This, what's interesting about this garden spot is this is 5th generation. My Granny Timberlake lived here. This was her garden spot. She gardened here. Right here. Then my grandpa Branson did it. My dad's dad. He died here. He had a cabin right over there. Outhouse right over there. Then my dad gardened here. Then I gardened here when I was a kid, a little bit. And now I'm gardening here as an adult. And now my sons, and later on my daughter, will garden here. That's 5 generations that have grew food in this particular spot. And I'm sentimental about shit like that, so it's kind of special to me. Alright, come on. And what we got here, I'm going to tell you how to get mulch. No, I'm not. I'm going to do that in another video. Alright, y'all have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe and like it and share it if you want to. See ya.